Right, here we go, guys. ESPN's Football Forecast. World Cup predictions. We'll skip the group stage because you're going to see who's made it through as we go straight into the knockouts and go top half of the draw, bottom half of the draw, which I think are very revealing, actually. And some teams that you just go, they're not going to make it. Actually, they could go further than you think due to the draw. Obviously, we've got all of our picks on the screen. I'll go first in terms of the top half of my draw. And are there any shocks in here? Let me go through it. So I've got Netherlands beating Wales. Wales making it out of the group. Argentina beating France. I think I've got France finishing second in their group. So I think that's going to be an absolute ding-dong affair. Spain against Morocco, another bit of a shock there. Maybe for some people, they don't think that they think that Croatia will make it out of the group. But I actually think Morocco are going to go and do something. There are always surprises. And then you've got Brazil against Uruguay, which would be an amazing game. But I just think Brazil are going to be a bit too strong. So I've kind of gone with the favourites once we get into the knockout stages, because we then get into the semi-finals. I don't know how you guys feel about Netherlands, Argentina, and Spain, Brazil. Do you think those are two cut and dry ones? I've got Argentina going through against Netherlands, and I've got Brazil going through against Spain. So
mine just looks a little bit different to yours. I've got USA going through in England's group as opposed to Wales. I've got USA finishing second. I think Denmark finished second in the group with France. So I've got Argentina versus Denmark in the round of 16. Germany, I think, top the group. I think Germany go quite far in this tournament, or go a little bit further than people expect. I've got Germany playing against Croatia in the round 16, and Brazil versus Uruguay. I think most people have got, obviously, Nubaid's got something different completely. And then when it gets to the quarterfinals, I've got Netherlands versus Argentina, Germany versus Brazil. And I feel like that's a strong quarterfinals lineup, which will lead on to a strong semi-final lineup and hopefully a blockbuster final.
So we're all going Argentina and Netherlands. Why do we see Argentina going through to the semi-finals here?
Well, I think Argentina are probably everyone's favourites, or most people's favourites. I think generally as well in their group, they're in a good place. The only weird thing about the sort of the size of the draw is one side is like anything could happen, genuinely. Like in my predictions, we'll come to it, but a random team makes it to the final, and I don't even know how they got there. Whereas the other side, you go, Argentina have to beat France.
Yeah.
And they have to beat Netherlands. In my book, they have to beat France because I have France, same for you, coming second. And then they play Brazil, which is like, to get to the final, that is like probably three of the worst teams to be playing. So there's every chance Argentina don't win against maybe France or Netherlands or Brazil. But I can't really see a way past them. On the other side, like Kweku said, I think Germany could have gone really far if they didn't come up against Brazil. In a weird way, Germany could do it, finish second. And I do wonder if that could actually end up happening, because they'll be going, we finished second, we could actually make it to the final on that sort of default version of it. Whereas this way around, I don't think they make their way past Brazil.
Of course, the final group games will all be played at the same time as well, so that could be very, very interesting. So we've all got Brazil making it to the final?
No?
So
how?
On my bracket, Brazil go out in the quarterfinals to Germany.
Wow.
Yeah. I just have faith that this German side. We've seen it before. Remember 2010 when there was this crop of young German players that came through that we didn't really know about, Messi, Ozil, Podolski. But like, I feel like Germany have just, when it comes to major tournaments, almost by default they get to semi-finals. And I think Brazil, despite the fact that I would love to see Neymar do it and become an all-time great in terms of Brazilian players, I just think Germany will have a bit too much for them, and Germany make it to semi-finals where they will meet Argentina in my bracket.
I just think Germany will play with a high line because of Hansi Flick, and then Brazil will cut you open. Because if Germany get in a chokehold, you've got a problem, because they can pen you in, they've got players that can keep you in that position. But then Brazil have Vinicius Jr., who under Carlo Ancelotti basically plays on the halfway line, and they will just go, here's our trap card, how are you going to deal with that? So I have Brazil playing Argentina, but I have Argentina going to the final.
Wow, okay. You can't get away from the Messi romanticism, I think, a little bit of that. I've gone with Brazil, but the reason for it is I think there's going to be a lot of extra time and penalties in this tournament. Loads. But I just think Brazil, with the attacking options of the squad, I think even if it goes to an extra time, I think that, you bring on Anthony, you bring on, some of these amazing, 9 strikers, Alexis was telling us about? I just think they will score so many goals, and I think that will be enough for them. Let's go to the bottom half, so you've got Argentina going through to the final. I've got Brazil.
I've got Argentina.
You've got Argentina as well. Yeah. In the bottom half of my draw, come on! Here we go. So England smashing up Senegal. Denmark, who win their group, will beat Poland, although that will be a tricky one. I think Poland are being slept on maybe just a little bit. That could be tough. England then play Denmark in the quarterfinals. Could it be? Should it be? It is. England have made their way through past Denmark and get into the semi-finals where they play Belgium, who beat Germany. KDB with a masterclass. And then Portugal against Serbia. I think there'll be a bit of a shock there. Serbia beat them twice in their group. And I just think they might have their number once again. Mitrovic and Vlahovic. Let me finish. Belgium. I think Belgium will have that quality, though. I really, really do. When I look at that midfield and, Lukaku up top, Belgium will make it through. But England there'll be momentum there. Everyone will be going crazy about it. And yes, I know there's a bias there. We'll make our way into the final. Where, we don't need to talk about that just yet. How do you see it go?
Well, I was accused of Messi romanticism, which I think is fair enough. You're going after England.
Do you know, if I just get rid of that all for a second, we go out to Denmark.
There you go.
Just say no.
I have England playing Senegal, beating Senegal, playing Denmark. I actually think England will beat Denmark, mainly because I think they're two very contrasting styles. And I think it won't suit Denmark to be playing against England.
Right.
Then I do think Denmark will beat Poland. I don't really like Poland as a team. I think they only go through because they're in a group where they've got Saudi Arabia and Mexico. And Mexico are right at the end of their sort of time with that squad. The weird thing about Mexico is they make it through the group stages every single time. They keep talking about a fifth game curse, I think. Apparently it actually exists.
Round 16, right?
Yeah. And then you've got Saudi Arabia who... I'm sorry, man. Like, you're going home early. I actually don't think they'll score a goal, but that's a different take completely. I have Spain playing Belgium. I don't see Belgium going far. I don't think they've got a forward that is in form. I was looking at the odds, actually, for top scorers. Not that I'm a betting man, but Michy Batshuayi is more odds on than anyone else in the Belgium squad to score the most goals, which is absurd. Uruguay playing Serbia. My boys, Darwin Nunez and co. They're beating Serbia. They take on Spain. I think they beat Spain, and that leads me to a semi-final of England against Uruguay.
And
Uruguay beating England.
So you've got Uruguay in the World Cup final.
Yes, but Kweku, back me up.
Kweku, I imagine Uruguay haven't made it to the final.
No, it's not 1930. So I've got England against Senegal. I think we've all got England versus Senegal in the round of 16. I think England beat Senegal. They make it to the quarterfinals where they will play France. Sure. I think England beat France.
Hello.
I do think England beat France. They make it to the semi-final. On the other side of it, I've got Costa Rica. My boys, come on. They play against Belgium in the round of 16. They beat Belgium, who will come to the end of their cycle. This is the end of the golden generation. Hazard's not the player he was. Kevin De Bruyne doesn't love playing for the Belgian national team. Lukaku, where is he? You talk about Michy Batshuayi. I just don't think it happens for Belgium this tournament. I think Costa Rica beat them in the round of 16. I think Portugal, they beat Serbia. So Portugal and Costa Rica meet in the quarterfinals. I think Portugal beat them. Obviously, Ronaldo, empowered by all this hate, fueled by all this hate, and he takes Portugal to the semi-final where they meet England. And I think it's penalty heartbreak for England in the semi-final against Portugal. Obviously, we've seen England lose Portugal in penalties multiple times before, and it's a Portugal-Argentina.
Do you know how much Ronaldo would love beating England in the semi-final?
Yeah, it would,
scoring that last penalty.
It's set up for that.
Do you know what the problem is? There'll be some Man United England fans, and they're gonna just come out. Do you know what's good? That's because that fits the England narrative of, oh my God, it's going to happen. No, no, it's not. I have England losing in the final to Brazil under the same narrative. And your final is?
Is Argentina-Uruguay. I know how that feels, but England-Brazil also feels similar way to me. I have Argentina beating Uruguay.
And Lionel Messi finally lifts the trophy.
Yeah, I think it's just written, really.
Yeah, okay. I've got an Argentina-Portugal final, the final that we will finally complete football.
Yeah,
and I think Argentina will win it. Messi picks up that World Cup and completes his legacy.
Why are Costa Rica not in the final?
That's the question.
Agree with this Costa Rica take? Agree with my England take? Agree with the Argentina take? Let us know in the comments down below. Quickly, off you go.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.